Welcome, everyone, to today's show. A boomer and a Gen Xer walk into a bar, coming to you from the Rabbit Hole Studio, where you, as our listener, will go on a journey of wit and wisdom, some smartassery, and a mother and daughter questioning, are we even related? My name is Bobbi Joy, and my co-host is my mom, Jane, and for the next little while, hopefully, we're here to entertain you. Oh, Lord. Is it because I said you were Googling things?
Yes! You hurt my feeling.
Oh, rub it off.
No, it's because of the last podcast and you just really kind of buried me in insults and it was kind of hurtful.
I'm still trying to think of the band name that I was talking about. But anyways, yeah,
I was just kidding.
My old brain.
I was just kidding. It'd take more than that to hurt my feelings.
I was going to say.
You'd have to find them first. I'm dead inside.
That's all right.
What's going on? What's going on?
So, let's see here.
Hey, I saw on your social networking that you spent some time with your best friend.
I did. Yeah, I spend about once a month. We have a solid friend date is what I call it. Yep.
That's cool. Now, a lot of people don't know this, and it's kind of interesting because that's going to be our topic today, is your best friend is a man.
He is.
And Is he married?
He's not. He's divorced, but he is in a long-term relationship.
Okay. So our topic today has to do with males and females, and can they be friends? I don't know. Let's talk about it, shall we?
A lot of controversy to wade through.
Controversy there. So I guess the very first simple question is do you believe that men and women can be just friends?
Absolutely.
What do you think, Dr. Domain? I'm just going to ask you that.
Yeah.
I think they can be friends, but I think that there's some boundaries that absolutely have to be established.
Well, yeah, that's with any
regardless
friendship.
of sex, yeah.
Yeah. Well, regardless of sex.
Yeah.
Huh? So it could
no,
be.
regardless of the gender of the person.
Yeah, no,
not the
I
act
knew what
of.
you meant.
You know what I meant.
I knew what you meant.
Okay,
I was
right.
just repeating
You're
it,
responding
for
like it
goodness
was
sake.
something else.
Calm down, Jiminy Christmas. So
I have boundaries too. Like I'm not going to share a sleeping bag with a dude or something like that.
I share a
So
sleeping
there's-
bag with my best friend.
There's limits.
I've shared the
There's
sleeping.
limits to friendship.
Like when I've gone on a girls' trip, we've slept in the same bed.
Well, that's good, huh?
I mean,
Okay.
oh,
Yeah, whatever. That's a sign.
we are not gay, but thank you very much.
I know.
Okay, so let's talk about that though, Bobby.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of a prime example where you do have a best friend.
I have two best friends that are men. Yeah.
are men.
One I've had since I was 13 years old, and one that I've had for just over 9 years now. So I've been with him through quite a few relationships of both of ours.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so have there ever been any discussions about, are we just going to remain friends? Are we going to take this any further? How do you feel? I mean, what do you guys discuss, I guess?
So I'm just going to talk about my most current best friend, the one that I've had for just over 9 years, because we hang out, once a month. We go out for dinner, we go out for drinks, we dump trauma on each other all the time. I don't think we ever actually had a conversation other than we were drinking one night and I looked at him and I said, "You're the worst gremlin I've ever seen in my life in a relationship, and I don't know how women date you." So there was that.
Okay. So you kind of set it straight, right?
Yeah,
in
and
the
he
beginning.
said the same thing. He goes, "I don't understand how any man could be with you for more than a week," but we just laugh it off because he's my best friend.
Right.
So there are boundaries, there are limitations, there are specific things, and there have been issues that have come up mostly in his relationships.
Okay.
And we've had to address it a few times. He's addressed it without me even being involved.
Okay.
Because there was one relationship, we had been best friends for like 5 years at that point, and he was dating a girl, and she had made some offhand comment about me and how, we go out for dinner and drinks once a month. We hang out. At that point, we were hanging out a lot. And he made it very clear to her that I was there before her and I'll be there after her. And if anything was going to happen, it would have happened already. We're not interested in each other that way. But we have been each other's support through good and bad. And he wasn't willing to get rid of that.
Let me ask you this. You made an initial comment that, you had told him, I don't know how anybody could be with you. And he said the same thing to you.
Yeah.
Would you have said that to a female best friend?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You don't think that would have pissed her off and
go be pissed off and then come back and we can have drinks? Because I'm the thing above everything else with someone who I consider a best friend, and I have like maybe 2 or 3 of them, is I'm going to be open and honest with you. If you come to me and say, I don't know why this isn't working out, why this person's mad at me, I'm going to be like, well, because you were an asshole.
Yeah.
And here's why you were.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to be like, oh, you poor thing. That's not my job as your friend. My job as your friend is to call you out on your shit and say, hey, I still love you as my friend, but yeah, you're an absolute gremlin.
And I think that's the downfall of a lot of relationships, whether it's male to female or male to male or female to female, is they're not honest with each other.
Right.
And
they're scared to lose each other.
Right. And it's like, why
are you lying? Who you lying to and why?
Yeah. And the whole thing is that the kind of relationship you want to have?
No.
I mean, and so I have some friends who really are not honest with their other friends, and they're probably not honest with me either.
As I say, those are probably the ones that talk about the other ones to other
Exactly.
people, and then
Yes.
to their face, they're like, "Oh my God, you're so great."
Yes. And I do have some friends who have, started to say something about one of my other friends, and I'll go, stop
Go
right
tell
there.
it to them.
Stop right there. I don't want to hear it because that's my friend too.
Yeah.
And I'm not engaging in that. And I don't. I mean, I've just flat out will not. If somebody said, "Oh, this person went on a trip and they did this or whatever," but the second it starts with the insults or something is wrong with that person, go tell them.
See, and
I don't want to hear it.
I'm of the school where with my friends, I'll talk crap to your face, but I will defend you behind your back.
Right.
Absolutely. And if there's something I got to say, I'm going to say it directly to you, regardless of if I think it's going to hurt your feelings. Because we've hurt each other's feelings plenty of times.
Yeah.
Back and forth. And it's like, go cry about it, get over it, and I'll meet you for dinner at 6.
Right.
Like, we're not playing this game.
Right.
We're all adults. And I think that that's a huge thing too, is a lot of the problems come with opposite sex friendships when the lies start. Because we lie about it. We lie about how close we are. We lie about if there has been anything that has happened.
Right.
We lie about, what we've told them, what we haven't told them, who we hang around.
Or if you suspect something could happen between you.
Right.
And, I think, that's a really good point.
Do you think that an opposite sex friendship could happen with not necessarily people who have dated one another, but who have had sexual relations with one another? Do you think that could be a healthy friendship that a future partner shouldn't worry about?
Yes.
Okay.
As
long as there's no feelings like that anymore.
Right. So my second ex-husband, him and I were like oil and water, right?
I'm like trying to go through my head which one you was second. Can we put a roster up on the screen, please?
We did not get along at all. And we were married for a very, very short time period. And I don't even count that one anymore. I just say we had a bad friendship.
Oh, I know which one it was. Okay.
And
I'm caught
the
up.
thing is we get along great now, and I love him. He's a good friend.
Yeah.
If I needed to talk to somebody and I felt it wasn't Dr. Domain, I would call him and talk to him. And I don't have any problem with that.
You would call and talk to him. Now, would there ever be a point where you would call and talk to him and either you wouldn't tell Dr. Domain that you talked to him or you wouldn't divulge what you guys talked about?
No.
Okay. And there's a lot of people that do that.
Yeah,
they will
they
say,
do.
oh, we just talked about this, and it's complete lie on what you actually have talked about.
No, I mean, in all fairness to our current relationship, Dr. Domain and I respect him a lot more than that.
Yeah.
And I respect our relationship. And
in the right relationship, that's how it should be.
And the other thing is I value this relationship more than I've ever valued.
You're not going to do anything to send it off on the wrong way.
Nope. And if I felt that I shouldn't have been saying it, I would stop and I wouldn't say it.
Right.
Right. Or if he's going to find out, let him find out. I usually tell him everything I say anyway. But,
and like I said, I think that's where a lot of the problems come in is we start to lie to our partner, or we feel that we have to lie to our partner. Look, here's the thing. If you cannot trust your partner, don't be with them. I don't care how much you love them. I don't care what they bring to the table. If there is that mistrust that you can't let them go to a bar with friends without worrying about a girl hitting on him and not knowing, how he's going to react or anything like that. That's not the relationship for you. Absolutely not.
But it's the same way with, let's say that it's a female to female best friend situation.
If I got to worry about you sleeping with my man, you are not my friend.
No, I wasn't going to go down that avenue, but thank you for sharing that.
I mean, you can leave your man in a room with me. It's fine, but you leave an open pack of M&Ms and it's gone. Sorry.
All bets are off. No, what I was going to say is whoever you're in a relationship with can't be everything to you.
Right.
There has to be other people that you can talk to, that you can learn from. You don't live in a silo. And so you have to learn from other people. You have to get other perspectives. You have to understand how they handled situations. Is that how you want to handle the situation? And so primarily that's why we have guy friends and that's why we have girlfriends, right? So girlfriends will tell each other a ton of stuff. Most times guys don't want to know what that was anyway, right? I mean, they're like, go talk to your girlfriend because I really don't want you to talk to me about it. And so they're okay with that. But I feel that even if I go talk to my girlfriends and I feel that's in confidence, of course, with them, would I be ashamed to come back and tell him that? I should never be ashamed to come back and tell him that. Now, I have no business talking to my girlfriends and saying he's a complete and utter ass.
Unless you're going to come back and say it to him.
Right. But then, why would you ever go to another person? And I'm just going to say this for everybody's sake. Why would you ever go to another person? Because I remember the guys used to sit around the table at work and say, my wife is such a this morning and I can't stand the way, that's a person that you picked above all else in this lifetime, and you're talking to other people who truly are not even your friends about that person and calling them names.
Well, in that situation, it's kind of different because their opinion doesn't hold water. And maybe they just need to blow off some steam. Maybe she was being a bitch this morning.
Stand in front of the mirror and do it, okay?
Well, I get that. But a lot of people don't have the social circles that they need, the support that they need to be able to go to someone and say, hey, here was the situation this morning. What do you think about it? In confidence, in trusting another person. A lot of times the only people that you see during the day are your workmates. You're not friends, you're coworkers, but sometimes you got to blow off some steam. Is it right? Absolutely not. But does it happen? Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but to me, my partner is paramount.
Right.
My partner is paramount.
Right.
But
a lot of people aren't in that situation.
I've talked about Dr. Domain to you, right? But I've never said he's such a whatever.
Well, no, and anything that you've ever said to me.
Stud.
He's
such a
He's
stud.
such a hot commodity.
Well, and anything that you've ever said to me, I know that you would go right back to him and say, this is what I told Bobbi.
I mean, in all fairness, and this is the absolute truth, anything I've ever said to either one of my daughters has been glorifying you.
Thank you.
Because you're such a wonderful guy.
She didn't say if it was glorifying the good or the bad, so I would kind of simmer down on that.
He is a wonderful man, and I tell people that. But you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
I just think that's the person you picked over all persons on this earth, and you're dogging them like that on a regular basis. Now, if you got mad at somebody,
Find somebody else.
It.
If you're doing that on a regular basis, man, cut and run. I'm sorry.
So I feel like men and women can be good friends and best friends
Yeah.
Here's one thing that I do kind of have a rule on is if my friend is married or in a relationship, and let's say I'm texting her husband.
What? Wait, I'm sorry.
Her husband is
so
my
you're.
friend.
Oh, her husband
Let's
is
get out
your
the
friend.
whiteboard and
So
crayons.
okay,
Yeah, okay.
So
We're
you're
gonna do-
friends.
yeah, here
You're
we go.
friends with the male part.
Yes.
Okay, and
I'm-
he's married and has a wife.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe friends with her, may not be.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at that point.
If, in fact, I am corresponding with him about stuff, and I don't even care what it is, I always ask for her number to text her also.
Absolutely not.
I do
Absolutely
always.
not.
Because I don't want her to think there's anything going on.
No, like I'll go hang out with her. That's fine. Like with my best friend, I always tell him, I'm like, hey, you know, if you want to bring your girl, let's all go out to dinner type of thing. Am I going to be her best friend? Absolutely.
No, I don't want to be her best friend. I'm just saying that in all due respect.
But I'm saying I'm not getting her number. I'm not calling her. I'm not telling her about that's his job. That's his job in his relationship to go to her and say, this is what we talked about. But if she wants to talk to me, she knows that I'm here.
I don't text him.
But when it
text him
comes,
anyway, I
but
guess.
here's the thing: when it comes to confidence with me and him, if he tells me something in confidence and she comes up to me and says, "Listen, I want to know what he said," I'm going to look right at her and tell her, "You need to go talk to him." Because that is not my business.
Yeah,
that's
and I guess
not my circus, and
maybe
that is not my monkey.
Maybe I should have put some parameters around that a little bit. Like, let's say that, as an example,
I mean, you
this
put
is gonna-
parameters.
This is simple.
Okay.
But like, if I am trying to get a partner in pickleball for
Okay.
a tournament, and I'm corresponding with this guy,
Okay.
and I really don't know his wife that well,
Yeah.
I am gonna, and I've said, listen, can I get her number too? Because I don't want, I just
No,
want,
that's too much
and
work.
I do. I just
Nope.
make sure that they know what we're saying.
Absolutely
Now,
not.
I do have friends that are guys that I don't, you know, I mean, I don't even, as a matter of fact, I don't even know if they're married.
I usually don't know my best friend's girlfriend's names until
But-
they've stuck around a little
But
bit.
Dr. Domain will go, oh, that's your friend from pickleball, or that's your friend from whatever. And I go, yeah. And he'll go, well, where do they work? And I'll go, I don't know. Well, where do they live? I don't know.
Well,
And
that's more of
asks
an
a lot.
acquaintance,
I know.
though.
Yeah. But he always asks all kinds of questions. And I'm like, I don't even care.
See,
You know?
that's more of an acquaintance. Like I have acquaintances that I would, you know, we're friendly and things like that, and we talk to each other, but I don't know shit about their lives.
I just think if there was another woman that was sending him, you know, text messages on a regular basis,
yeah.
I would think it was nice that she said, hey, here's who I am.
Well, I mean, like look at my situation. Like, let's say you have a guy friend. You've had a guy friend for, let's say, 10 years. Okay. And all of a sudden, a girl comes in and starts dating this guy. Let's say for a year. They've been
Okay.
dating for a year.
Okay.
Okay. No plans on getting married, anything like that. They're just dating. Would you really be okay, like, knowing that you have that personal confidence with this person that you've had for 10 years? Like, you trust this person. You come to this person with your problems. Would you be okay with him just divulging everything to this person that you don't even know, and him telling her all of your personal business and things like that on the guise of, you don't know if she's going to stick around. You don't know her
Yeah.
intentions.
Yeah.
You don't know things like that, because I sure as hell won't.
yeah, and you're looking at it from a best friend discussion or a really
Absolutely.
good friend discussion.
Absolutely.
I guess I don't really have any super good friends that are guys.
I thought you were just going to say super good friends. I was going to be like, well, I mean, we know that.
I
but
do. No, I do. But I don't have any that I would confide in about problems or issues or whatever. I just don't. I don't.
I guess I've been
talk
single for so long that I do, because
Yeah.
he comes to me with very personal issues that he has to work out, and he trusts for some reason, he trusts my opinion and my view on things. And I do the same for him. I go to
Yeah.
him if I'm in a situation or anything that I really need some help on, but I want more of a neutral party than a family member would be.
Yeah.
Or a sibling would be, type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, and you get that outside opinion. Now with me and him, he's used me a lot, because he says, he'll come to me and he'll go, I'm sorry, buddy, that I'm telling everybody this, but he'll come to me and go, well, she said this or she's acting like this. What does this mean? And I'm like, well, why are you asking me? And he goes, well, because you have boobs. And I don't have any other friends that have boobs. And I'm like, oh, you want the girl side of it. And I'm like, well, I can't tell you why, but I can tell you what the thought process is. And so we do use each other like that to kind of get the perspective of the opposite sex. And he'll be the first one to tell me, red flag, you don't need to be talking to that guy. And I'll go, shut up. And we go from there, type of thing. But
yeah, I mean, I have to think back before Dr. Domain. And I had plenty of guy friends, but I'll be honest with you. I think most of them wanted to date me and I wasn't interested in them. So I really didn't. I think that's what kind of stopped me from talking to them. Yeah. Really confiding in them.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie and say,
because I wanted it to be platonic, and I think they didn't.
And I'm not going to lie and say, oh, well, I don't find my guy friends attractive. I think they are attractive. I really do. But when it comes to dating, absolutely not. I would never date them, sleep with them, anything like that, because there's boundaries. And like I said, we both know that we're absolute feral gremlins when it comes to relationships, and we would never work.
Dr. Domain, how do you feel about communications with the opposite sex? I mean, since you and I are in a relationship.
I kind of share a similar position to you. Your method can be inconvenient, though. And I'm not saying that that's important, and I'm putting more value in convenience than
are you talking about the group chats that we get pulled into?
Yeah, the group chats.
God,
She's like, oh, can you talk to so-and-so about, and she's got someone doing a job at a price. Can you tell them this? Can you tell them? I'm like, yeah, you can too. It's called group chat. But I don't. I'm the middleman.
Half the time I don't know I'm on a group chat, and he'll go, "You're on a group chat. They're hearing they're reading everything you're saying."
And 20 texts in and not even in the conversation, and I'm like, "Take my name off the group chat."
Off.
No, it's similar.
I think you can be friends, and I think you've got a prime example of having some really good guy friends. Yeah. And I mean, think you all respect. I think you guys respect your boundaries, and you've never crossed those. But I'm friends with people I was in relationships with. I'm friends with a couple of guys.
I haven't been able to do that.
None. Do we go out to dinner together? The answer, I mean, if we do, Dr. Domain is there because he knows them.
Couldn't do that
because he knows them, and it's like, I've introduced him because there's some sort of
communication.
And so we've, but he knows that I have absolutely no feelings.
Well, he knows that you've said that. Yeah, absolutely. And he trusts that. And that's
he
a
knows
good thing.
Because I've demonstrated that.
Right. But there's that trust and things. There's no way I could be friends with my exes. There's no way.
We talked about this before, and God love you. Your picker's broke too, and yours.
The only picker that's not broke is my nose picker.
And your butt picker.
I'm a butt picker.
I think seriously, someday soon, your person's going to come along. I think you just stay open.
Don't put that juju on me.
No,
please.
I do want it.
I don't want it.
I do want it, and I'm throwing it out there to everybody because I do want Bobbi.
I'm happy.
I was happy. I was ecstatic being single. Before Dr. Domain come along.
And I was thinking about this last night. I was like, it's kind of lonely coming home after a 16-hour shift and going to bed. And the only thing I got to hug are my clean clothes on the other side of the bed that I haven't folded yet. But then I'm like, do I really want to put up with someone else's snoring, with their dirty clothes laying around, with their hair everywhere, with their demands, with their... No.
Yeah. I don't have the hair laying around because
because someone doesn't have any, but yeah. Wow.
I'm just teasing.
It's all give and take, though,
Yeah, because before I met him, I said, I am happy in my singledom. Yeah. I am very happy. I don't need somebody to tell me anything.
I'm too busy.
But can you guys hear that jingling in the background?
Coming. It sounds
jingle,
like
jingle, jingle.
Santa's in town. No,
I know him.
We left the dog in accidentally, and he's jingling around. Anyway, I just think that it's probably different for other people, and I think what you have to understand is you really do need to set some boundaries. You do need to respect those other people that are in their lives. And if it's a spouse, that spouse comes first.
Yeah.
So,
well, yeah.
They do.
They do.
They do.
They
They're
do.
paramount.
They do. But I mean, you know, with my best friend, he's honestly, well, both of them are honestly the two people in this world besides family, some family, that I absolutely trust with not only my life, my children's lives, anything that I could bark, anything that I could ever need from them. I would 100% trust that they would be there. They would help. They would not go, you know, running their mouths to anybody else about it. You know, if it was something that I came to them and said, God, I can't tell this to anybody else. Please don't tell them. They're not going to tell anybody. Like, they will go to the grave with that secret.
Yeah.
And so I think that in a friendship, in a relationship like that, especially a long-term one where you are close, I think that's a necessity. I think that you need to be able to trust that person regardless if they are in a relationship, that you can tell them something and they'll go to the grave with it.
Yeah.
They will not tell anybody
But
about it.
I don't think that's just a male-female. I think that's any relationship. If somebody tells me, hey, don't say anything to anybody, you can be rest assured, first of all, I forgot
that you forgot already when you were walking away.
And secondly, I'm not saying anything. And I've
Right.
had people say, well, didn't you tell her? No, you told me not to say anything.
Right.
That's not my story to tell.
I'm the best at playing stupid. So somebody will be like, did you know
That's a
about this? And I'll
game.
be like, oh
You're
my
playing?
God, this is the first I'm hearing about it. I heard it 6 months ago in detail that you don't even know, but I'm going to play stupid because I promised that person that I would not divulge that information.
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, yeah, it might happen in female relationships. I've had a couple of really good close female friends. Never have I been able to have the trust, the respect, or the honesty and opinion that I've had with my guy friends. I mean, they have been there for me at my absolute lowest. And they were the ones that looked at me from a guy perspective and said, you deserve better.
Okay.
Like, I know you inside and out. I've known you for this long. I know your flaws. I know your secrets, type of thing. You deserve better than this. And you need to pick yourself up and understand that you deserve better. And it's different coming from a guy. It really is than from, you know, another girl. Oh, hype her up, you know, woo, woo. Okay, cool. But when it comes from a guy, you know, best friend who I know is an asshole every day, and he looks at me and says, you deserve better, I'm going to believe that over anything.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Well, I really am anxious to know what our viewers
Because it's a deal breaker in a lot of relationships.
It is. We are really curious about this. So if you are listening to this podcast, first of all, please share us with other people. Everybody that you can think of. But we really are interested in what your thoughts are as it relates to this. Do you have best friends or really good friends that are of the opposite sex? Have you ever considered them to be something more than just a friend? Maybe,
Are they exes?
Are they exes?
Yeah.
We'd really like to know. So, but for today, I think that's probably all that we have on the relationship basis.
Let me say this.
Maybe not.
Our season 2 is going to start soon. Because we are coming up on 1 year. What I would like to do for possibly our first show of season 2 or our last show of season 1 is I want some questions from our listeners.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I want questions. I don't care if they're questions about us personally, about our lives, about topics that, you know, they just want a flat out opinion on. I want questions.
I can
Send
lie
them
about
in.
anything. Yeah.
I live in a mansion.
Yeah. But that's all we have today. And remember, we are not relationship experts. We are not legal experts. We are.
I don't even have a relationship.
And I see the chicken trying to walk out.
He's
like,
yep, he's
so,
leaving me too.
We appreciate you guys joining us here at the Rabbit Hole Studio every week. And be sure to follow us and like us. And we just look forward to spending time with you. So share us with your friends, share us with your enemies, share us with everybody if you have any positive feedback or you have a topic. Or, as Bobbi mentioned, give us some feedback on this episode and think about the questions that you want to ask us for next season. We are so happy to have had one full year with y'all because it's coming up in October, so we really appreciate that. Drop us a short email at boomerandgenxer@gmail.com. If you have hate mail, we're not interested. Send that to...
Send it to your ex.
Your ex. There you go. And until next week, I'm Jane Bird.
And I'm Bobby Joy.
And you're stuck with us. Peace out.
Later.